Me and you?
Hello, Teresa. How are you?
I'm good. Are you still good for tomorrow morning?
Yeah, what do we have tomorrow?
Huh? Me and you?
Hello, Teresa. How are you? Huh? Nice.
Are you still good for tomorrow?
Can you hear me, Teresa?
I can hear you. There's a big echo.
Yeah, I have to know how to go to the analytics on here. Anyway, can you can hear me okay, right?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think what do we have tomorrow? I'm gonna be on a call with you, yeah?
Yeah, it's a guy off of Upwork. He's an advisor and he has a live event.
Okay. Yeah, I see it for 10 a.m. Yeah, I'll be there.
I made an appointment and shared the Zoom link on your calendar instead of sharing the event. You see that?
Yeah, yeah, I see it right here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect. Um, what's it called? I have no problem doing that. You're the only one that showed up today, so you let me know how I can help you.
Huh. Wow. One
I
on one.
think everybody's probably coming down from what's it called? From
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you
Um,
got me one-on-one today.
I've been focused on um Upwork, and I'm going to change my LinkedIn outreach from um personal injury attorneys. I'm not getting good conversion there. So what I thought about was agencies actually, because the ones on Upwork that I've been replying to have been agencies looking to help them set their clients up, and um, I don't know if that or mortgage brokers on LinkedIn. So
Okay.
I'm just not getting traction. Um,
You're not getting traction from where?
anywhere, you know, I, um, I keep boosting these too, and it's telling me that they're looking at them, and then when I look at what's going on, they're interviewing six people and I'm not one of them, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, um, I keep switching things up. I keep improving my profile. I change my rate from low to high, high to low, because a rate doesn't really mean anything other than I'm like, if I'm too low, then they don't think I know what I'm doing. If I'm too high, then I priced myself out. And so I looked at yours. I'm like, well, he's got 125 on his. Um, I updated my profile, updated my portfolio. But the thing is I only have two completed jobs on Upwork, you know? So I do have instantly and all those emails set up. I haven't created code emails because I'm a little bit I was looking for the video that you showed me how to do that and I can't find it. So it's on Upwork somewhere. I mean, it's on YouTube somewhere.
Okay, why don't we just go through some Upwork stuff right now and I'll show you how to do this and we can apply for it. I'll show you exactly how.
You want
Uh,
me to share or
yeah, share your screen.
all right. So
Yeah, so let's bang this out. I mean, no one else is here, but like I said, I think everybody is coming down from Thanksgiving. They probably were traveling, they're busy, they're not gonna
yeah.
join. But um so just to give you kind of a background of what my Upwork looks like. like the numbers. I usually spend about $90 to buy maybe 600 connects.
Yeah.
And from those 600 connects, I'll land usually about 4 meetings. Now it also works with like I boost my profile or whatever the things are, right? So I think I spend 14 connects a day to have my thing boosted. I don't really get very many pe sometimes I'll get random people to hit me up on Upwork where they're like, you know, uh, I've invited you to this job. But those ones usually tend to not be scammy, but they're like looking for me to like work with them or be there, you know, like an employee for them. And I'm not really into that. That's not what I'm looking to do on Upwork. I
Exactly.
like to sell the custom software. So for every 600 connects, which is about $90, I'll get about 4 meetings. And those 4 meetings, I usually do close each one of them for at least $250 project scope document. So that's $1,000 off $90. Um, as of right now, Adam and Brendan have told me kind of just, hey, you need to slow down on selling because we gotta hire more project managers. So I've been in talks with them back and forth, and they're hiring more people. And so once I kind of I joked with them like once I turn my sales machine back on, like I'll be able to give them more, projects to work on. So just conservatively, I would say for every $90, you should have at least 2 people paying you $250. We'll just do that because, you know, it's going to take you a little bit of time to get the sales aspect of it down, but you know how to sell. I mean, you're selling, you know how to do it.
Yeah.
Uh,
So wait a minute. So you have 600 connects a month or a week?
not there's no monthly or there's no time period.
Well, I
It's
was
just a
trying to
matter
figure.
of locking in a meeting, right? So if I spend 600 or if I spend $90, I know that I'm going to get at least 4 meetings to pay me $250. Um, and I don't do it monthly or weekly or whatever. It's just when I go in, I know that I'm gonna end up
I got you.
landing at least 4 meetings. So each one of those meetings, end up selling, you know, for $250 project scope documents, which is, you know, it's $1,000, right? 250 times four. Yeah, 25 times four is yeah, $1,000 in meetings.
That's
Uh,
fine. I was just wondering because I had 800 connects and I boosted all of these. This one did get outbid, um, except for this one. I don't know why I didn't that one, but I'm boosting these, Nicholas. I'm boosting them till I'm number one, whatever it takes to get number one.
okay, and so when you're boosting them, you're not getting any meetings. Are they viewing it? Like some of them are not
Well,
even viewing it, right? Okay, so let's go through the ones that you boosted and let's take a look and see kind of which ones. Let's just look at kind of like the amount of money that they spent, the quality of the client, right? So click on a couple of them. Let's go through them and kind of audit them. Because
okay.
there are ones that I do not apply to based on certain things. And I don't really have that written down. It's just kind of like, yeah, this one doesn't look legit, or this
Yeah.
one looks. So
Yeah.
click on a couple of them. Let's go through
Okay. So this guy here is the one that we're supposed to meet tomorrow morning.
them. Okay.
Um,
And
and
he has contacted you. You've already set up the meeting and everything, right?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he
Why does it
made
say that it's not viewed by the client?
not viewed by the client. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just curious. See how the other ones had a little eyeball next to it, but the
Yeah,
one that we have the meeting with
yeah,
tomorrow, the
yeah.
one that we have the meeting with tomorrow doesn't say viewed by client.
All right. So this one, we're seeking an expert to assist with complete setup of GoHighLevel account as we launch our AI agency. The ideal client will have extensive experience configuring GoHighLevel, CRM, all that stuff. I think I replied to this a little bit different because they were, let me see. So, hey, I saw you were looking for someone to help with your AI agency. I kind of have the gist. This is from you. This is absolutely because I pulled up Otter. Well, I was like, what did Nicholas say? I have the gist of you of it. You know, there's probably a lot of other people sending you proposals telling you they can do, which I don't doubt they can, but I would like to explain the way I work. And it's just asking them for the 10-15 minute call. If this sounds interesting, then let me know and I'll send over my calendar. I'm excited to learn more. And I
Okay.
boosted this for 30 connects.
Okay. And what was the
Now, but
minimum
here's
of the
one thing though,
connects?
Nicholas. Um, the 29th was, it's been Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah, that's another thing too, right? I bet that there's a lot of people that um came
Took
through
off.
or
Yeah.
are not gonna respond until probably tomorrow, right? They're back in work mode again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Um, which is understandable. I think that's
So,
why there's not a lot of people on this call right now either, right?
right.
So okay, so that one there. Now let's go let's look at a couple other ones. Like let's look at the one that was viewed by the client
Okay.
and let's see what you wrote.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
so we're looking for an experienced freelancer to help us create optimized workflows and go high level. The primary focus will be related to capture automated follow-ups. Ah, that's so much better. Thank you. The ideal candidate would familiar with automated. Okay, so then, okay, so let me. I'm going to show you kind of why I would not have applied to this. So he's a member since November 27th, 2024. So he's brand new to Upwork. He's never worked on Upwork. Maybe he has, maybe he hasn't. Um, that means that he's not familiar with how
Upwork
the
works.
yeah, he doesn't know how Upwork works. He probably doesn't have the app downloaded on his phone. He could have maybe um signed up with a fake email because he doesn't want to get emails from it, right? So he's not gonna probably look at this.
Okay.
Although he did look at it, let's see what you wrote. So this is a lot of wording just by looking at it. Like think of what the client is going to see right away, right? We're trying to make this as I'm not having read any of it yet. It's just like, oh wow, that's a lot. And the things that stick out to me are numbers. So all I see is 10 to 15-minute call with me, right? Um,
Okay. Yeah, I deviated from what you said here and then went back to it. I was like,
yeah, because here's how I can support the project is like lead capture and follow-ups, develop go high level workflows to automate lead nurturing. You're trying to sell yourself. Like this is how I can help you when we don't even know what they necessarily
what they
want
really need.
yet. It's just the first thing is we just need to be super simple. So it's just like, hey, I read your document or I read your request. It's um what's it called? It's a little vague. Although my Upwork, so this is what I did in the beginning is like, although my Upwork profile is new, I'm not new to this. So that way that they know like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe they made a new Upwork profile, right?
Yeah.
So I would I would strongly encourage you to mention that where it's like, although my Upwork profile is new, I'm not new to this industry. I have many, many clients. I just recently started on here. And with that being said, based on the vagueness of your requirements, it probably would just make sense to jump on a quick 10 to 15-minute call so that I can even see if I can help you on,
Okay.
on what you need, or even point you in the right direction, because I have a lot of connections in this industry, right? So now you're throwing something out there that's like, "Oh, okay, maybe this lady doesn't, I don't know if she's going to work with me, but she also has connections to somebody else that can put me in the right direction,
Okay.
right?" And
Yeah.
now you're just on the call, right? Um, but this one, I would never have applied to this just because they just set up last week. And if I did apply to it, I would never boost the what's it called? I wouldn't boost it. I wouldn't spend a ton of connects. So
Okay.
because the other side of it is I also try to keep an open mind. Some people say like, oh, they have, a $500 budget. But then I've sold a $500 budget, something for $8,000,
Yeah.
right? And so I'm not discrediting their stuff, but I'm also not like putting all my eggs in one basket at the same time. Because this really just comes down to like a what's it called? A numbers game,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, all right, let's see the other one. We're seeing automated experience optimizing safe automations.
Oh,
How?
sorry.
Oh, okay. It said $0, then it reloaded. Yeah, so these guys are in the UK. Again, member since November 19th. They're probably not familiar with Upwork. They probably, I don't know, they were just checking it out. Yeah, I'll throw something on
Yeah.
here. And they're probably using something else to find people, right? Um, they're probably Googling it or something like that. So
Gotcha. Yeah, I do see that now, Nicholas. I normally do look at these. I think I've just gotten so crazy on trying to land something here. And
yeah,
I did do a video. I mean,
okay.
I've tried videos. I'm a little nervous with the video because I'm older. I'm a woman. Um, and I don't want to be stereotyped by someone, that says, "Oh, she's a woman."
Totally.
You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. Well, I am saying that like I don't think you're doing anything wrong.
Right.
It's just the quality of the people that you've applied to
I got
are
you.
probably not the best people. Like it's kind of hard. Like this one, yeah, this one looks legit. They've spent 3,100 bucks on people on it,
28 hires.
right? They've hired 28 people, so they have some sort of a thing there. Now, as for the video, if you don't feel comfortable doing it, because I totally understand that, is like, when you go into the video, if you have confidence and you just look okay on camera and you're like, look, you need a go high level expert to work with this. I see that you're looking for automations. Here's the thing. I'm new to Upwork, but I'm not new to this industry. And what I found is that I've actually worked with a lot of people that I've had to turn people down. The reason being is because the organizational structure of most people that claim to be a go high level expert, they don't know how to keep things organized. And what does that mean for you? That means that you'll spend a bunch of money on someone that says that they can do this, but if things don't work out for you and that person, then you're kind of stuck to them, because if I come in and look at your build, I might not know where everything is and how they've organized things. And that can be a concern. It's important that we just knock maybe a 10 to 15-minute phone call out so that we can both be on the same page. If you're interested, let me know and I can shoot you my calendar. Right? That right there is, you're not talking about anything about Go High Level. You're just kind of creating like a pain point that, hey, I know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen this many previous times. I've actually turned business down because it cost. more time and effort to go back and refix everything. So I'm just trying to set you up for success from the beginning. And all that takes is a 10 to 15 minute phone call from the beginning. I don't care if you hire me or not, but that's just to land the phone call. Once you're on the phone call, they're going to know, oh, okay, Teresa knows what she's talking about. And then you go, and the goal of that is to literally just sell the $150, $250 document. And now you have them in your sales pipeline, right?
Right. Right.
So I- like, what are the ones that you've had success with? Why don't you go back and look at those, because obviously something is working. So let's go look at the ones that you've had success with and then just mimic, how do we find the ones like that, right? So this one,
This is Patrick, who's tomorrow.
okay, so as we can see here, he's been a member since January of 2020, right? So he's familiar with Upwork. So that's one thing that I think is important. The newer accounts don't tend to they're hard to get a hold of because they don't care. They're just new,
Right.
and they're just like, yeah, I need somebody. Not to say that it's not possible, but um okay, and he doesn't have any reviews, but he has 6 jobs posted, so he's definitely looking for somebody,
Yeah,
right? So that's a good thing. Um Now, did you send a reminder to him that says, hey, are you still available tomorrow at 10 a.m.?
yes, I think it's all through my my Go High Level. I'll have to look and double check, make sure it's sending.
Okay, are you just sending your calendar to them? And so what happens is they go to your website or your
Yeah,
calendar, make a booking, and you're getting their email and phone number?
yeah,
Okay, just word to the wise for Upwork. Like, I do the same thing, but I also send them an email or a text message inside Upwork, just so Upwork knows, like, oh, okay, these guys are keeping the conversation on Upwork, because it's technically illegal or against their terms and policies to
right.
communicate outside of Upwork.
Well,
They don't
yes,
know that, yeah, they don't know that we're capturing the lead basically through the calendar. But I would send a message just to Patrick and say,
I did.
okay,
Um,
yeah, as
and Upwork wouldn't let me send the Go High Level, I mean the Zoom link. So
that's
what I
okay.
said was, hey, Patrick, I've received a meeting notice for Monday at 10. So I can send him another reminder here, but he hasn't answered me. He hasn't been back on. I've been watching, you know?
Yeah, that's why I would say, like, hey, Patrick, just a quick reminder that we have a call tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. Like, what you said. I wouldn't say in writing that you've sent them a Zoom link, because then that means that Upwork can come in here and say, oh, she must have sent this somewhere, and you get your Upwork account
Okay.
suspended. Don't say anything about that anywhere else. Uh,
Okay.
so I wouldn't send this just yet.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. I'm trying not to sound salesy. I would just say, hey, looking forward to meeting you tomorrow. Not a quick reminder, because a quick reminder is like you're desperate for them to be on the call, right?
Okay.
So in sales, we want to make it like they made the decision and put it on them. So, hi, Patrick, you know, I, s- I know that I know that you requested a meeting at 10 a.m. tomorrow. I wanted to confirm that we're still meeting, right? Something like that. Like, I saw that you requested it, so you're the one that needed this, not me. I want to make sure that you still want what you wanted.
Something like that.
Well, you should already have the time available. So I know Yeah, just confirming it's still good for you. You said
Because
tomorrow twice, you could probably delete you could probably delete that tomorrow, but it's just so that it's like not you coming across as like salesy, like or overly excited, right?
yeah,
It's just straight to the point, like, hey, I saw that you requested this at 10 a.m. tomorrow. You know, I'm confirming that this is still good for you. If so, I'll see you on the call.
if so, I'll see you. What?
Yeah, I'll see you on the call. So something like that. Like it gets them to respond
Yeah,
if he logs in, right?
right. But he should get an email that I've sent a message. Of course, I missed those too. That's what happened with this Chad Fisher. I think this Chad Fisher was not a good, let me see, where's the pro? Mm, is he in Palestine? It says USA in Palestine. Why does it say that? He has no
It might be
reviews.
it might be a city.
Okay. He's only spent 250 bucks. He's posted 2 jobs, only hired one.
Yeah,
So
and he's been a member since November 19th. So, all right, let's go. Let me see. Hey, John, how are you, man? I just noticed that you're in here.
Hi,
hmm,
Nick. Doing good. Good. Appreciate you doing this every week. Great to be
Yeah,
here.
man. We're just, I think a lot of people probably were here or were on Thanksgiving, in Thanksgiving mode. So it's really just me and Teresa here, and I'm just helping her go through her Upwork profile to land some clients. Is this helpful to you? Do you have any questions?
Oh, that's great. Because I've kind of been stuck on Upwork. I've kind of like just gone in to create my account and then just kind of get stuck by, just trying to make it a cool profile and then move on to something else. But yeah, I was just great. Yeah, because I think, I see that right now. Like, say I could post something like, hey, I can do SEO, get you on more appointments from Google. But right now with the new AI and our other stuff, I'm trying to like think of what are more attractive things to post on Upwork.
Yeah. Yeah, so what I do, is I just go and find the people that need what we are able to do, and I'm walking kind of Teresa through how I do it and how to be successful with it.
It costs credits though. Is that is because I know the Upwork charges, right? So you got to pay to send messages.
Yeah, in the beginning it does, and before you jumped on, I was telling Teresa kind of like what my KPIs are for that. So for every about $90, which is 600 credit, 600 little connects. I make about $1,000 just from having the meetings, right? And so on a conservative side, just because I kind of figured out how to do this, um, I would say for every $90, you should be making at least $500, or you should sell at least two project scope documents. Okay,
Got it.
so I charge what's it called? $250. You could charge 99, you could charge 150, you could charge 500, whatever you want to do. But forget the price. You should at least sell to from $90, you should sell at least two project scope documents if you're doing this right. And so I'm just walking Teresa through this on how to basically do exactly that, right? So
Makes sense.
um, the easiest way to do it is I don't even care about my profile. I mean, I have a profile, right? But I just go to find work at the top where Teresa's at. Teresa, if you want, let's go through this and kind of figure out who are the best ones to land, right? So you have this guy in Australia. I usually stay away from Australia because the time difference is so opposite that it's hard to connect.
yeah,
I tried that once. I had a guy that I was working with, and it was just impossible to connect with him. It was either
I
like
used to have
6 o'clock in the morning my time, or whatever. So Australia, I don't mess with. Go high level expert account setup and automation specialist, $0 spent. They have an estimated budget of $200. I kind of just stay away from that.
Yeah.
The next one is in Pakistan, $50. Not interested.
Chili.
The best times to do this is really Sundays because no one else is going out and doing this.
I don't like working with Pakistan, Chile, India, Australia.
Australia.
I would rather stay in the United States as long as they're
Yeah.
not looking for cheap labor in another country. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. And this gives us the power to find those right customers, right?
Right.
So like here's an AI and automation VA in India. They spent $33 a month so far. I would skip past that.
Absolutely. But this
Scroll.
one is a good one. This
Oh yeah,
one,
I need to see this one. Yeah, that's perfect. $20,000 spent, United States, right? We're a real estate company and specialize in wholesaling residential real estate. We currently use GoHighLevel build out and are looking for someone to help us customize our own or the one we currently using to make it fit to exactly what we need. This is perfect. This
yeah.
is a perfect one. So I would click on apply now. Let's apply to this one. Apply now. And then what I do is I scroll to the bottom before I do any of this work. Because if someone applied for like, 100 connects, I move to the next one because I'm not going to spend
It's only
so
7.
7 connects. Okay, so scroll to the top. Um,
It's
you know,
7 plus 15, or sometimes I'll do 10. So that would be 25 connects.
why is that? I saw that. Why do they do that?
I don't know because I don't know why it requires 15 because I just don't know how they do that. So if I were to boost this by 10, it's going to say it's 25 connects. Kind of crazy, but that's what I've been doing. I do whatever it takes to get me in first place.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. So I very rarely ever boost anything. If I'm in second or third or fourth place, that's fine for me.
Oh, okay. Then I misunderstood what you were doing with
But
that.
sometimes I do. Like it depends on this one. This one's got 25K. Okay. I might. Now, if they don't view your thing, then you get those boosted connects back. So it's kind of like a
Oh, I
free,
didn't know that.
yeah,
Okay.
they redeposit them. So I would scroll down. So they kept everything super vague, right? So, I just hit never there. The cover letter, I would do something like, hey, I'm gonna talk it out and then
Here's,
you can
okay.
write it.
This is what I got from our phone call before. These are the 2 paragraphs that I took from our call, I think 2 weeks ago. But I kind of use these. Um, anyway.
I wouldn't I would always act as a human and communicate with them in a natural way. I would never copy and paste it because it looks just like ChatGPT did it. I mean, like for this one says, hey, we're looking to use Go High Level. Right, hold on one second. All right, we're a real estate company who specializes in wholesaling residential real estate. We currently are using Go High Level build out and looking for someone to help us customize our own. So we know that with wholesaling, there's a buyer and there's a seller, right? So we know that there needs to be 2 pipelines. So now we can create a problem here. Yeah, just keep that. Yeah, we'll delete the bottom part later.
Yeah.
So I'd say, hey, I saw your job, something like that, whatever.
Yeah.
I'd say, I've done this for a couple of I personally have done this for a couple of wholesaling companies. So I understand what they're looking to accomplish.
Oh, you mean you?
Um,
I
Yeah,
got
but you can, I mean, if you want me on the call with you, I don't mind being on the call with
Okay.
you to help you with this too, right? So I personally have helped wholesaling residential real estate, specifically inside Go High Level. What we did was we built two pipelines, one for buyers, one for sellers. This
Are we
can get,
gonna tell them that?
I'm sorry.
Are we, is this, am I supposed to be typing this, Nicholas? Are you saying, are you giving me what?
Yeah, I'm just talking it out.
Okay,
If you want, I can type it by taking control of your computer. I don't know
yeah.
how to do that. I don't know how, what's his name does
I
that.
think it's
Oh,
something,
there we go. Request remote control.
there we go. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, so I've personally done this for I personally have done this for real estate wholesaling companies, specifically inside high level. What works best is to have two pipelines, one for buyers and one for sellers. Tricky part is the tricky part is what do you guys want to have happen inside each workflow, specifically for your processes, right? And then you just say, you know, where did it go? How come I'm not typing? Where'd the cursor go? Okay, yeah. So my profile is new here on Upwork, but I am not new to, why is it not typing? Maybe you clicked, did you click somewhere?
Yeah, I got choked. I,
Okay,
there we go.
so let me click right here. Okay. My profile is new to Upwork, but I am not new to Go High Level. The most successful clients I have worked with have all had a project scope document built for them. Something super simple like that.
Okay, get rid of everything under it.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of a lag, so just you'll have to do it. What I would suggest we jump on a quick call, and then underneath that I would just put like, let me know and I can shoot you my calendar so that we can schedule something. Looking forward to hearing from you, or you know, something like that. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts.
Enough.
Yeah, you know what? I would add, sorry, the most successful clients I have worked with all had a project scope document built for them. This is where I would say, what I would suggest is that we jump on a quick 10 to 15 minute call and we could take a look at what you want built and then we can go from there. Our second call, let me click
Go
right here.
ahead. Okay.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That way, because I said project scope, they might not know what a project scope is, but
Yeah.
our second call would be you and I sitting for about 30 to 40 minutes, just talking about your customer journey. So my team and I can map everything out from your head on paper. So we have some sort of layout needed to make this a success. Yeah, I mean, that's usually what I do. Now, if you don't feel comfortable making a video, the video, if you decided to make a video, what I would do is I would just say, you know, whoever, whatever the guy's name is, I don't think it tells you their name, but it's like, hey, I just submitted my cover letter, and in the cover letter, I mentioned something of project scope. The most successful clients that I work with that see extreme amounts of changes inside their business have this document built out. And what that does is we just go through your customer journey. We just go through your customer journey, and inside that customer journey, like inside GoHighLevel, since you have it, there's a pipeline stage and there's a workflow. So the pipeline basically just is you get a new lead, what needs to happen? And since you have both buyers and sellers, you're going to have two pipelines, and there will be a point where they meet, where the buyer has to meet with the seller, right? You're the intermediary between that. And that's where this stuff gets tricky. It doesn't get tricky. I'm just saying that because they need to know that, like, they need to know, like, oh, if I do this on my own, I need someone that's a professional that knows how to do this, right? So you just say where this gets tricky is where those two meet. And I don't know how you run your business, but you probably have it all inside your head. A quick 10 to 15 minute call would kind of would get us on the right path to getting
Okay.
this to turn into something, would get this to start into something, right? And
Yeah.
so at that point, now you're just selling the meeting, right? So now you've kind of created a little bit of confusion, but you've positioned yourself as, an expert because no one else is saying this type of stuff to them. And so once you've become this expert and you've kind of created a little bit of confusion for them, where it's like, I'm an idiot if I just don't take this 10 to 15 minute call with Teresa. What she's saying, no one else has said. I've never been approached like this. So let me take that call, right? And that's how I would make that video is,
Okay.
hey, I just submitted this. I just want to let you know, I have experience in this. And so I have experience in this. And so, let's just get on this 10 to 15
Okay.
minute call to go over what's needed,
Got it.
right? It also gives you kind of like a, like a stature inside Upwork of like, oh, this woman is organized, right? It's not like, oh yeah, I can help. Everybody else is saying I can help. Let's get on a 10 to 15 minute call. Let's do it now. Let's do this. And they get in and it's like, okay, yeah, no, I could totally do this. We do this all the time. It's like, okay, but that's great that you do this all the time, but how do we do it? Oh, Teresa builds out an entire project scope document that gets us organized, right? Because no one else is doing that.
Yeah. Got it.
So if you don't want to submit a video, like for this one, I don't think you really need to submit a video.
You
You
don't?
know, there's like let's see if I can scroll down. I don't know if I'm controlling your computer anymore. Now, what you could do is you could submit one of my example documents here,
Okay.
like the project scope document, and then you can mention in the description of the cover letter, I attached an example. I attached a completed project scope document for you to look at so that you understand. But just know that this is what I do. This isn't extra work for you. Like you're not building this out.
Okay. So I did make a few bit.lys. I put them all here for me really, so I could find them. So these are your documents.
Yeah, so I would click on, yeah, that Brittany one, example document one, project scope. Click that one. I would never send this bit.ly to them because it's too much,
No,
right? So just copy that URL.
I got choked on my saliva earlier. So this one here,
Yeah, just copy that one.
wait
Your
a minute.
bit.ly looks way different than mine. Oh, because you have pages. That's cool.
Hold on, let me go back to my links. I just made one page. And the reason is because I always lose them like this.
Nick, question. When you're sending the bit.ly, are you sending a bit.ly or are you uploading a document?
No, she's just sending the link to the document.
Okay, okay.
Bitly just makes the link shorter because it's like google.doc.com /
Yeah.
user / a bunch of numbers. So
The other thing I use, Nick, is we can use QR codes inside of GoHighLevel. Or QR, yeah, it's a QR code. And I sometimes use that so that I can track it better because I use the free bit.ly service. So it lets me see who clicked on it.
you can use anything you want. The idea is not, it's about making sure that they see the document. So here, this is what I would say, Teresa, is oh no, you could paste it there.
Was that the best place?
Oh, maybe after success.
Yeah,
actually.
I was thinking.
And then just paste it and I'll type something for you.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Okay, let me put the cursor there.
Was Brittany a financial institution?
It was like a fundraiser. Yeah, it was a financial,
Okay.
it was a financial, like they raised capital for one family or two family housing, and then everybody gets, their money back from the profits from if they rent it out or not. So here's an example document I created for the financial institution. obviously this is what me and my team did. You want to do any of the work,
Okay.
right? But I
Yeah.
would also download it and upload it here.
Okay.
So save it to your computer and then just upload, like upload. It should be, I would save it as a PDF. The reason being is because sometimes people don't, like, I don't have Microsoft Word on my computer, right? So if you send a .docx and they don't have Microsoft Word, because I only use Google Drive or Google
Right.
Docs.
That's what I
So
use.
you want to make things extremely easy for everybody. So download it as a PDF.
Yeah.
You have to click on it and then go to the document and then save it as a PDF. I'm finishing watching my Xavier basketball team play. There's 4 seconds left and they're down by 1.
You're watching your team.
Yeah, I'm watching it on the other screen. I forgot that I was watching it, but then I just looked. I'm like, oh my God, there's 4 seconds left and they're losing by they're up by 1 point.
Yeah. Why did that not download? There it is. Okay.
Yeah, so then just upload it to there.
Okay.
Okay. And at this point, I think you can submit this. So scroll down.
Is this the right one? No. Because you have 2 Britneys or 3 Britneys.
Yeah, one's the project scope and then one's the detailed scope.
Okay. So this is the project scope. This isn't the detailed scope.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't think I need a video?
If you'd like to make a video, you can. I mean, it says that 31% get a higher thing,
Right, right. I'll do one
but
after this and submit it. So, okay, I got it. Um, and I really don't think I don't think the 20 or so is a lot.
no, it's not a lot. Sometimes I try to go for like the low hanging fruit. Sundays are the best time to apply for these because everybody else is hanging out doing nothing. And so usually I'll apply on Sundays. I try. I haven't done this in a while because Adam and Brendan told me, hey, you need to slow down on selling. So I've just been kind of focused on other things. Um, but sometimes people do end up sending me stuff, like asking me for help, and I'll take those. I'll never turn anybody down.
Okay. So, on my portfolio, I had everything on my portfolio. The reason I uploaded more was either web development or accessibility. So, like, I developed school corporations website for accessibility, and then I had this health industry for accessibility. So when they were going to my portfolio, all they were seeing was my stuff from Get ADA. You know, so I put new stuff up here, and I don't know if I should get rid of my website stuff, my accessibility stuff.
I
That
mean,
website's
I
here,
don't
Nick.
even I don't even worry about any of this stuff.
Okay, okay.
I really don't like. I don't think so. I put a video on mine and I had it there since April, and then I went and looked. It was hosted from YouTube. It had 2 views, and
Oh,
I thought, well, those were me. No one's watching it. No one cares about. I mean, this looks nice. Like this looks good. If I saw this, I'd be like, oh, okay, wow, yeah, that's a nice website,
okay.
right? Um,
I got her off of here, and the job said we need somebody to make our Weebly website accessible. And I messaged her back and I said, hey, I do accessibility. I don't work in Weebly. I only work in WordPress, but I can help you if you're willing to change. So this was a $7,000 website that all she wanted was originally making her Weebly website accessible. So I just sold her a new website. I said, I don't work in Weebly because you just can't. You can't make Weebly accessible. And she goes like, I was afraid of that. Okay. So then I met with her. I said, I have a small team. We've been doing accessibility for 8 years. I've been doing development on websites for 20 something years. I'd be glad to give you a scope. Now, I have never charged really for discovery. So this is although I went through you gurus and I've gone through Digital Agency Mavericks and all of them say charge for discovery. It makes them put some skin in the game, and then I'm not spinning my wheels. So this is just something I got to do. So I won't worry about this so much. What about the hourly rate? Does that matter, Nick, at all? Nick, did you freeze? Hey, Nick. Nope, he's gone.
I don't know what happened. My Wi-Fi just went out for a second. You said you never charged for a discovery call. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I didn't know how much you heard. What I was saying is I've gone through training on several different things, and they're always and you gurus is all about discovery, charging for discovery, $1,500 for discovery. And it's just I've never done it for discovery. I don't know why it's so a sticky thing for me, but 250 is not a big deal. It's like, all right, yeah, we can do this for you for 250, especially if they see it, I think, like when sending it, so
Yeah,
they
once they see that, they're like, "Oh wow, this shit is organized."
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
And so it gets them to want to buy it. Like that's the idea of all of this is you want them to buy and feel like they're buying something that they want or need rather than getting them to be sold to, right? And so at that point, $250 is nothing. Like that lady, for example, you found this lady on Upwork and she wanted to do it on Weebly.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, she did.
Her budget was probably like $500 to $1,000. And then
Yeah,
you
it
sold
was.
her, yeah, you sold her a $7,000 build.
Yeah,
And so that's why I take all these with a grain of salt. Can you hear me still?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Nope, not now. You froze up again.
Sorry, I don't know why.
Now you are. You're
Yeah,
back.
I have these little deco units in my house that expand the Wi-Fi, but you sold them a $7,000 deal from a $500 budget. And so that's why I said I always take everything with a grain of salt when I see their profiles of, oh, my budget's $500. Because I know that if you can provide the solution and they want to buy and you position yourself as a consultant where you said, I've been doing this for 20 years. I have a small team. I've been building out this for 7 years, and you can't have this and accessibility inside something like Weebly. And she's like, I was afraid of that.
Yeah,
You then right there sold a $7,000 deal from, you know, like a $500 budget, right?
Right.
And so now
Right.
you're just plopping yourself in front of people that they have a problem, they have the money, and you could have even probably made an extra 250 from the project scope document, but you don't need to be greedy. The 250 is not to make money from it. It's really just, are you gonna waste my time or not?
Yeah.
Right? And I usually always tell them, look, if you end up working with me, I'll take the 250 off. It's not that big of a deal. And then what happens is we get to it and then they forget about the 250 coming off because they're excited. And so I keep
Right.
the 250 is my golf money that I can play. It is what
Yeah.
it is. It no longer becomes a thing. Like last week, I sold a $12,500 deal to a guy from Upwork, and he came in and he was like, yeah, my budget was like $4,000, but you know what you're doing, this, that, and the other thing. And then I didn't hear back from him for a little bit. And so the other side of this is the follow-up game, which I should probably start uploading this stuff into the courses, because that's kind of like a tricky thing too when you go to follow up with them. You got to respect their time, right? You got to respect them, but you also don't want to come across as needy or trying to sell them something. So like for this guy, his name is Ken. You'll see the videos in the sales call. You'll see the video of that guy I closed this week, right? Um, and so basically I told him, hey man, I haven't heard back from you. I don't really know where to go from here, right? It's not, hey, are we doing this or are we not doing this? Like, let me know. I don't know where we should go from here. You're the one that, told me that you wanted to do this. And he's like, yeah, I've been really busy, this, that, and the other thing. Everything is good. We're still on target. Okay, cool. So if I don't hear back from you by Friday, I'll shoot you a message. I'm glad you're being busy. That means that you're making a bunch of money or whatever. Friday came and um I texted him like, hey man, sorry I haven't gotten back to you. I've been extremely busy. I've taken on some new clients. I mean, I wasn't busy, like I was,
Yeah.
but it was just me of getting in there saying like, hey, today's Friday, haven't heard from you. What's up? He didn't even respond, and I got an email, contract has been signed. Now, he hasn't paid the money because he signed it on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. So I'm taking into consideration that he's probably with his family and the holidays were here. So tomorrow on Monday, he has been getting so GoHighLevel has the automated text messages of like, hey, the invoice has been sent. So he's been getting that, which he's been getting it at midnight. I don't know how to change the time of when that gets sent out. I gotta ask Adam and Brendan that tomorrow. But now tomorrow, I'll let one more day go by because he's already been reminded automatically. And on Tuesday, I'll text him again and say something like, hey man, hope you had fun Black Friday shopping or something. I played as much golf as I could because everybody else was, off for the holidays. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving here in Mexico, whatever. And he'll pay for it, right? Then I have these other guys, Sam and Joey, who are Arizona roofing companies. I sold them for $9,300. His partner wasn't on the proposal call, on the third phone call. So I gotta play that kind of like, hey man, get him to be the advocate for me of like, hey, what did Joey think? Right? Because Joey will tell him what he thought. And I'm hoping to close that for 9,300. And then I have another one that I'm waiting for Adam and Brendan to give me the document back for. And I think that might be like, 6 or 7,000. But it's all about getting them to want to buy, not you trying to sell something to them. Let me
Yeah.
move the dog. She's trying to bothering me. Get outside, go. So, but I think this is a good proposal to send. I would definitely send that. You could record a video and just recap of what you are sending. Hey, I just sent this. In that video, in that attached document, you're gonna see a project scope document. This is where it all starts, Mr. Client. Like, if you've talked to anybody on Upwork or finding anybody and they're not building this Upwork, they're not building this project scope for you document for you, there's no way that anyone could ever give you a price. There's no way that anyone could ever be on task with you because there's no organizational structure to what you need built. So I attach this. If you're interested, let's just take a 10 to 15 minute phone call. And from there, I can explain to you kind of how we work so that we can get this moving and we can get this launched for your business. That's all the thing that I would do for that
Yeah.
video.
I got it.
So maybe now that I'm going through this with you, because this helps me too, is maybe you should always write your cover letter and then the video should explain what the cover letter is talking about. I never thought of it, but I guess that's the way that I do it. But this helps me kind of figure that out and put it into I guess a process is write your cover letter first, keep it similar to what we just went through, and then the video explains to them what that cover letter is.
Okay.
And I would send that project scope document to them all the time. Like that's gonna separate you from everybody else.
Right.
No one else is sending a project scope document. They don't know what that is, and they're trying to sell them something. So hopefully
Well,
that helps.
is there
yeah.
any difference, Nick, in the examples? I'm trying to find it. I'm sorry.
Can I ask one quick question because I'm about to actually go to a family event.
Yeah, what's
I
up?
just have one question. First off, sorry that I was late, but it's the holidays, so I was on the road. Is this video going to be on YouTube or are you going to have it in one of your classes? This
No,
particular video.
these videos are always on YouTube. It's actually live streaming, so it'll be up there right after this.
Okay, thank you guys.
Yep, you're welcome.
And do you have a video example of what you say when you upload yours to Upworks? Do you have an example that you put on any of the lessons?
I don't, but I can make them. The problem is that you can't download the video from Upworks.
Mm,
They only allow you to do the video right there on the screen, and then it just gets embedded into the project the whatever it is, the work order.
Okay, and since I'm new, once you send a proposal to Upwork, are you able to follow up with them? Like, are you allowed to follow up with them, or only one
No, the way
contact?
that
Okay.
the way that Upwork works, that's why you have to do it the correct way from the beginning. Because you have to make it so attractive to them so that they're going to respond to you, and they're getting a bunch of people applying. So usually on Sundays are the best days to apply because everybody else is out doing stuff.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
but
And they'll
if
see it
you
first thing
create it,
Monday.
yeah, if you create it to a way of almost like hating on other people that are applying in a productive way, like, hey, look, if you don't have this project scope document and all these other people that are applying and not giving you this, I'd be a little bit weary of who I would be working with because there's no way that any of this could be possible. I understand that my profile on Upwork is new, but I'm not new to this industry. This is just another outlet that I use to get to work with certain clients. I suggest that we would get on a 10 to 15 minute call just to go over the overview of everything. Take a look at this project scope document I built for another company. What we'll do is we'll take everything that's in your head because you already have this in your head. We'll take everything from your head. We'll put it on paper. That way, myself, my team, you are all on the same page. and I can give you a price as to how much this would cost to build it for you, because anybody else giving you a price is making shit up, and I don't know how they could come up with a price without knowing what you need built. And at that point, you've completely separated yourself from everybody else, because you just sent them something that they've never seen before. Like, oh wow, okay, this person knows what they're talking about. I should just take a 10-minute call. On that 10-minute call, that's when you just sell the project scope document. You just ask them, why did you take this call? They blab about whatever they want to blab about. And then you're just like, yeah, ideally, the only way to do this is to make this project scope document. Now, this gives you two options. You can either hire me because I'll have a price and I'll be able to tell you, or get back on Upwork and go and find somebody and present them, this is what you need built. And literally, I mean, I have the numbers, 83% of the time, they're going to hire you. That's what's happened for me. And so, yeah, it becomes a super
Thank you
simple
guys. Sorry for
process.
it sounds like it. Thank you. I'm sorry, Teresa, for interrupting. I just want to catch Nick.
No, no problem.
Yeah.
I
Thank you
I
guys.
had
Have
some
a
really
blessed
good
week.
time with Nick. Thank you.
Yeah, it's okay. I think a lot of people didn't show up because it was the holiday. We just have John and Mario here. Do you guys have any questions? Mario, do you have any questions? Can I help you with anything? Where are you at in your
I,
journey?
I have a question.
Sure, John.
So on these AI agents, I haven't tried it yet because I've been on vacation myself. But so I know they said we got them free for the next 30 days. But have you tried it with multiple sub accounts? Let's say I have one account and that's just dedicated to, let's say, kitchen and bathroom remodelers. Then I have another account which is just more towards kitchen and bathroom flooring stores. Those are two different phone numbers. Would those two different bots, would they be free, you think, would the only one account be free and the other one would be pay per use?
Okay, what are you talking about Marcus AI with Adam and Brendan?
No.
Okay, I'm just confused. Start over. You said that we get bots for free?
Oh,
I'm
GHL employee AI.
Uh-huh.
I think there's a promo where it's free for the month till I think January 1st.
Oh, okay. Um, yeah, so we don't, me and everybody that's associated with Adam and Brendan, the Go High Level Mastery, we've built our own
Yeah, I got to get that, Marcus. I got to get a little extra. I got to get it though.
chatbots. Yeah, because the Go High Level chatbots, they are terrible. They're not, they don't do what you need it to do properly, because it's just not, it wasn't created properly. It's basically, if you are familiar with chat base, it's just you have to teach it through prompting, which ours does the same, but you can't hand off, and it's just not sophisticated. A lot of people are actually really bummed out as to how they hyped it all up, and the use case for it does not really work that well.
Now, Marcus has got the voice as well.
Marcus, we use something called Ava. It does have voice. It
Oh,
can
that's right.
be placed into there. And so we only use Marcus or the core four. Are you in our group?
Yes.
You are. Are you on our calls regularly?
I'm usually at work, but I try to catch the replays.
Okay. Yeah, because Jarrell and Adam and Brendan and myself and everybody that's in there, Teresa's in there, everybody, we go over it. But I guess explain to me the use case. What do you want it to do?
Well, we're just gonna basically, it's a receptionist, the voice receptionist, just to qualify, leads from that would either come in from Google Ads or Facebook, or
Okay.
even just call the 1-800 number, the toll free number. We would just call that way, like say, have a one of the company clients. That guy has a has their countertop cabinets showroom, but sometimes their employee doesn't pick up the phone, then it goes to a voicemail. But I figured that voice receptionist could help out with engaging that client and doing a live transfer as opposed to perhaps just leaving a voicemail.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you have the clients already that need to use it?
Yes, yeah, I've got these two main ones, which would be the countertops. Two different businesses. One's like a kind of a store where you'd go and buy countertops or
Yeah.
cabinets or flooring. Another ones is actual people who do contractors who do the stuff, who do the remodeling installation.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you want to set it up right, this is the way that I look at it is if I were to set it up with Go High Level's AI, Go High Level has the power to change everything and update things and whatnot without us knowing, right? And so the Marcus AI with Adam and Brendan, you can be in that call and they can help you with setting it up properly. That way it sets your customer up for success and they're not like, oh, wait, why we needed to do this, we needed to do that, and then you have to go figure it out. That's why I tend to just stick with what we have going on in our group.
Makes sense.
Because it insulates our business. We have direct access to Adam and Brendan to be able to, have them like, okay, look, it's not doing this. What do I need to do? And then they just come in, they take over it, or you can text them and they'll tell you on the Facebook group. I personally have not even bothered or messed around with Go High Level's AI bot. I've seen inside there where you can put the prompt, you can put the stuff there, but it's like beyond basic. With the Marcus AI, it's just way more sophisticated and it's easy to use. You can do it in, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, to get everything set up properly. So,
Oh, great. That's great. Thank you.
yeah, why don't I do this? I'll send you an email. Your last name is Castro, yeah?
Yes, you got it.
All right. I'll shoot you a text with some stuff to go and look at. And if you want, you and I can set up a meeting. I can help you walk through it or see, whatever it is that you need to get to make it work.
Well, appreciate that, Nick. That sounds great.
Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. What about you, Mario? Do you have any questions?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good. I'm actually part of Adam and Brendan also. I've been trying to catch up with all the basics, trying to find a fully understand everything on how it works. It gets a little overwhelming.
Yeah, and trust me, I do know.
Yeah, so I got a lot set up. I'm just kind of bouncing back and forth with everyone that I see, whether it's YouTube or in the mastery.
How
But
long have you been in the mastery group?
almost a month.
Almost a month. All right. What's your what do you do? Are you going out selling this to clients, or you have a bunch of clients that you need to learn how to build inside Go High Level? What's kind of your goal?
I'm looking more into any small base business. I have a buddy that's got a used car dealer that I want to kind of help start up and get some experience there with him. So just getting down all the basics of my end on my site, my setup, and then so I can kind of better onboard him when I'm ready.
Okay. Um, what's your skill set? Are you a tech guy or are you more of like a sales guy?
I try to I'd say I'm somewhat both. I'm in sales in my normal job, but tech's always been something I've been into. So kind of combining both is normally not too hard for me, but when it comes down to funnels and what is it, the workflows and
Yeah,
setups and all. It gets you. It's a little discouraging at times.
yeah. I mean, that's what, so I come from, a bunch of years of sales experience in different companies, medical devices, stuff like that. And then when I found Go High Level, I kind of probably in the same position as you, like, oh, I like this. This is cool. I'm good at tech, but it's kind of crazy. So I was in the group for a year. I'm still in the group, but for like a year, and I realized, why don't I just let Adam and Brendan handle all of this? So I just now go out and sell it and just dish off the work. I don't know if um, they have the partnership program. And so at that point now for me to scale, I don't know if you're looking to scale this and do like make this a big thing, or this is more just like a hobby for you. But for me, I just wanted to scale it. And so now that's what I was going through. I don't know if you were here when I was going through helping Teresa. I just get the clients and then just pass them off to Adam and Brendan. So that I can just keep making money and I don't have to worry about the onboarding. I don't have to worry about the building it out. I know enough. I do know a lot about Go High Level, but I know enough to be able to sell it. Um, so So I was in the same
Okay.
position as you. That's what I was asking, like kind of what is your goal? You have this guy that you want to work with for the car dealership, but is that where you're going to stop, or you want to go get more people as well?
Oh no, that would be the beginning of it, just kind of, at least for me, that does make sense. I have to look more into his partnership with the custom builds and all.
Yeah.
I'm just the VIP, but still that does make sense. I see Raul's end of it too on some of those videos on how he just sells and sells. Um,
'Cause that's what do you have my prospecting course and the sales calls?
I got one of them that was one of your, I think it was whatever was like $23. So I kind of got introduced to you.
Yeah, that's the prospecting calls. That one, is that how you found out about the Go High Level Mastery stuff?
I've been honestly, Wardrop, Jason Wardrop was the big seller on that, but after seeing that, the whole other side of it, it's kind of like now I need more information on where to go from here, like how to stay in it, how to stay consistent, how to learn. That's when I found Adam and joined to learn all the basics, but getting into the basics, I'm trying to learn off of the replays because that's all I can kind of get into now. Try to get on the lives when I can, but I need to
Yeah.
kind of fully understand their view and their what they would kind of recommend on my end to do. But I'm over here trying to get all the basics down for myself, and maybe that's something I shouldn't even be doing.
Yeah,
Now that you say that,
well, that's what took me. I'm trying to help you just streamline your process because that's what took me a year to figure out when I was like, why? Because I started learning all the basics, but then it was like, all right, I need to make money from this. Like, why am I not making any money? I have, all these years of sales experience. I know I can sell this, but like, what am I doing wrong? And what was happening for me after I started actually selling was I think I was afraid that I could not sell this because I didn't know how it worked inside Go High Level. And I had this like subconscious fear of no, I need to learn all this. I need to learn the workflows. I need to learn how this is going to happen. I need to do this. I need to do that. And like it was just never coming. It was just I just kept learning and learning and learning and watching all these YouTube videos and blah blah blah. And at that point, we went out to Los Angeles. So Adam and Brendan and Raul and Cody, they had an event in Los Angeles back in August. The event was great. I don't think that I learned anything that I didn't already know from the sense of like sales, like going out and selling it and building a business behind it. But what really stuck with me was, why am I doing all the work when they have the outlet for them to be our fractional development team? And so the second that I left Los Angeles with them, I came back, and in 6 weeks I sold almost like $63,500 in 6 weeks. And I realized I don't need to do any of the building anymore. Like, I'll just go get the clients and pass them off to Adam and Brendan. And so what stuck with me was that partner program is, why don't I just join the partner program and then just go out and get the clients? So now what I just helped Teresa with is inside that prospecting course. Maybe you have it, I don't know, Mario, I gotta look. It goes through different things that I use. The best one is Upwork or Fiverr or People Per Hour, these websites that people are actually going on looking for people to build the stuff that we know how to build. And so then what I started doing is I just started recording all my sales calls and putting them inside the membership area, so that you can just go and see. And I have a 3-step process. That process is what we just went through with Teresa just now, is going and getting the meeting set up, right? Selling them on a $250 project scope document. That's the document that we have to give to Adam and Brendan so that they can build out the project, right? And so if we can make their job easier, I sell it for $250. I could probably sell it for more. I've sold it for less, but maybe over time I'll keep raising the price, because what that does is it just qualifies the person. Like, hey, are you really down to get involved with us helping you build out your custom GoHighLevel stuff, right? So your car dealership, really, I mean, you kind of said in the beginning, I'm trying to figure it out, trying to get them onboarded. This is the beginning of that onboarding stage. If you don't build out a project scope document, are you on your computer or are you on your phone right now?
My Zoom's on my phone, but I got my computer in front of me. I actually gotta.
Did you see the project scope document that Teresa shared when we were doing it just now?
I joined right as I think you guys are just done talking about it.
All right, I'll just show you what it looks like so that you have an idea of what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah. So it's basically like a template of what you need to get from the actual business itself.
It's kind of what we build for them. We basically like take all of their thoughts and their things in their head of what they think they know or have for their business. So look, I'll show you. This is what it looks like. You might have to turn your phone sideways. But we just go
Yeah,
through.
I gotta log in on my computer. I might be able to in the meantime, but I see it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to spend too much time on it just to show you,
Uh,
but basically, can you hear me?
yeah,
You just go through and you're just mapping out their customer journey. And so, I'll talk to, like you would talk to the car dealership. Okay, your customer journey, where they find you? They found you from a TV ad. Okay, are they calling a special number? Like, how are you tracking that, right? So you just go through, like, are they scanning a QR code on there? Do you have billboards out there? Are you running Facebook and Instagram ads? You have referrals, however they want, right? So you get a new lead. What happens there? Do they fill out a questionnaire of what kind of car they want? How are your sales guys reaching out to them? Blah, blah, blah. What happens from there? Do you have them come in? They do a test drive. Okay, what happens after the test drive? They go back to the office, they sit down. What happens if they do or they don't buy, right? So if they don't buy, do you have follow-up, right? So you just go, I don't know anything about a car dealership, but that's how I envisioned it happening,
yeah.
something like that. Um, And so then you just tell them, okay, from each one of those pipeline stages, so you have probably a new lead, you have, in a test drive, and then you have like follow-up and then purchased. I don't know what the pipeline would be, but each one, then they have a workflow and there's actions that need to happen to move them to the next stage, right?
Yeah.
And so this right here is all you just talk about on a phone call. And then you get like, okay, we have calendars, there's contracts, maybe they use a calling, a calling thing, or I don't know, whatever it is. And then
Yeah.
basically we just had Adam and Brendan build this out for us based on a recorded Zoom call. You send it off to them, they come back and say, hey, look, here's the price. It's going to cost $5,000. Cool. You go and you sell it to the car dealership for $10,000, then you make your money, right? And you don't have to do any of the work. So that's what the partnership program is. And John, that's the other reason why I don't use the Go High Level stuff, the AI chatbots, is because when we go and build this, it actually helps improve Marcus with different things. So we have the full-on team building out these custom chatbots for us. And if we keep giving them, different use cases for it, Jarrell can go through and improve all of the chatbots. So that's why I stick with just Adam and Brennan and what we were building, because over time it just keeps getting better and better, and stuff like that. So yeah.
That actually makes so much more better sense, honestly.
Well, I
Because
think I just saved a year and a half's worth of struggle for you in 10 minutes, bro. Because I went
no
through
lie.
the exact same thing that you're doing.
Yeah.
And so when I realized that when I went to Los Angeles, it took me a year and a half to figure out what I just explained to you, was like, oh man, why am I wasting my time trying to figure this out when I have the team right in front of me that can do it, and I know how to sell this? I'll just go and sell it and pass it off to them, right? That's the onboarding and the fulfillment side of things.
Yeah. Honestly, I literally I just been discouraged because I'm over here trying to set my own account up, and I'm just like, I'm over here in the workspace. What is it? Google Workspace. I can't get into my workspace. I can't get into that account. I'm over here talking to Google, trying to get into that account. I'm over here trying to, put down a whole check sheet of what I need to present, or at least information I need to get from the business that I go to on their end, on saying, okay, I'm gonna need your information for this because I need to buy a domain. I'm gonna need your information for this because I need to build a website, however that is. I'm over here worried about that, thinking I need all that. So
Yeah, bro. So this is what happens. Like, and this would happen for me. I spent 2 months trying to build for a client that I sold something for $2,500. And then I realized I need to go through Google Workspace. I need to figure out how to prompt the AI. I need to just get A2Ps verified. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to do this. I need to do that, and this and that and more things. And so as I'm trying to do that, I'm on these calls with Adam and Brendan every day. And then that 2,500 bucks goes real quick. But during that time, I couldn't sell anything. So I'm like doing all this when I should be working and selling over here so that I can have like 15 at a time, right? So now I'm at a point where I'm selling probably on average like, I don't know, like per month, probably like 12 to 20 grand worth of stuff per month. Um, and they've actually told me like, bro, you need to slow down a little bit because we have other people that are selling too, and we need to hire more people to handle this. So now it's like I can just sell as much as I want and not have to do any of it, and I just get paid just for selling. So I've really just become my own salesperson while they are my fractional development team that handles all of this. and I don't need to know everything. You know, I would say that you probably need to know, you know, the gist of
Basics.
it, the
Yeah.
basics, but those basics come from that project scope document. It's very simple. It's just a pipeline and just a workflow. That's it. And let Adam and Brendan handle how all of that can go through, how that can be handled from a development standpoint, right? So when I get into these calls with people, I tell them, look, this is a 30,000 foot approach, right? I'm going to document this for you. We're going to go through this. We're not going to get into the details because this call is only going to be a 45-minute phone call. That's it. When I pass that off to Adam and Brendan, then they can come back to me and say, okay, Nick, we're going to connect the API integration with this. It's going to do this. It's going to do that. And then on the third phone call, I'll send you the course. I'll send you the link to get the course so you can see this because I have maybe like 20 phone calls in there, 20 sales calls in there, and you'll be able to see my process of getting all of this out in organized fashion, right? And at that point, dude, now you just have a well-oiled machine. You just go to Upwork, you get the clients, you get them on a call, you sell them a $250 project scope document, you send that recorded call to Adam and Brendan, they come back, they give you a price, you present it one last time, and you close them, and it's that easy. It's
Oh
literally,
man.
it's that easy.
Yeah. I honestly, I don't see myself having too much of a hard time actually finding,
Yeah,
even
because
just
you're a
with
sales
local
guy.
people.
You're a sales
Yeah.
guy. Yeah, that's how I am too. I had a hard time trying to figure out how to do the Google, workspace, that, and it's like, okay, I'm working all day. Now I need to do this at home. My girlfriend wants to go to dinner. Like, I need to get this done. The client's giving me pressure. I told him it'd be done in 6 weeks. It's week 5, and I'm stuck. And now I got to refund them their money. Like, it was a disaster.
Oh yeah. No, that just blew my mind right now. I feel like a weight lifted off my chest.
All right, I'm gonna send you and John both a text message or an email after this. Let me
Yeah, for sure, Nick. Appreciate it, man. I'm over here just worrying about the wrong things for sure.
yeah, that's why I have these calls every Sunday.
Yeah, it was my first one I started, man. I recently got your that last
Text.
digital what was that last little course. But I did see you and Adam and Brendan's also the other day. So
Yeah, I'm always in there. If I'm not selling, I'll be in. Sometimes people book the calls at the same time that we have the call with Adam and Brendan. But you know, um, I try to get in as much as I can because there's also some things that I just need to get fixed for my own businesses too. Like they don't run my own business. I mean, I have a partner and we've been building out this AI for big companies. And so sometimes I have to jump in and do that there.
no, I hear you.
Uh,
No, it makes sense, though, man. So that
yeah,
helps a lot for sure.
cool. Well, I'll shoot John and you an email here after this call so that you have everything. Um,
Thank
and
you.
we'll go from there. Yeah, yeah. And Teresa, do you have any more questions?
Um, just a couple. They're not sales really, other than when I first started a year ago, I reached out to get shit done and I didn't do anything with them because I wasn't clear on what they did. Um, do you recommend joining that too?
Well, inside the partnership program, you get access to that. So it's kind of like a cross promotion
Oh,
of
is it?
things.
Okay.
I actually need to get on a call with Raul to fully understand what it is that they do inside the partnership program and outside. I'm on the calls with Raul and Cody and Adam and Brendan. Like here, let me show you what they have, right? So like let me go to this week. So what we have coming up this week, every day of the week, they have a call. I think maybe not on Sundays, but like on Monday, it's Facebook ads, a Facebook ads call with them. On Tuesday, it's sales and role playing training, which Raul is really good at sales. Like he knows how to sell. On Wednesday, it's content, so creating content. On Thursdays, it's appointment setting, messaging and appointment setting. And then on Friday, it's ads, again, Facebook ads. And then on Saturdays, they have their Savage Saturday, which is, anything goes. They cover topics, kind of like what I do here. But I think that it says anything goes, and I'll be covering topics about the most important and quickest ways so that you can get clients now. I want to simplify the process and take away the confusion you have. Clarity wins, certainty wins. Yeah. So they have that. They have their inner circle. I don't know how much it costs or what it is. I'm looking at their thing right now. I don't know how much it costs to be a part of the inner circle, but they have a ton of people that they have helped, like hundreds of people that they have helped. I mean, Adam and Brendan are one of them. Like they've helped Adam and Brendan turn the Go High Level Mastery into what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Well, I can reach out to Cody. I still got to close that, that partnership deal. It's funny. I was listening to you talk about your first deal. My first one was like, it was a score within a month or so of joining a year ago. And I was on the call with them and I was so naive. I was like, yeah, I can connect to that. Yeah, I can do that. Sure. Yeah. Let me check. Let me check on that. QuickBooks was one of them. But I sold the thing for $4,500, which I was all ecstatic. But that was in February. And do you know they're still not done? It's not me, it's them changing because I didn't scope everything out. And we have had so much scope creep. So last week during a call, because I meet with them once a week, Ralph had told me the week before, send me an invoice. I know you've done extra work. Okay. So I sent him another $4,000 invoice. And in the call last week, he's like, holy shit, Teresa. I said, you doubled the scope. You just kept telling me one more landing page, one more. And I said, every landing page, you got to have a pipeline. You got to have this, you got to have this, So in the beginning, I didn't know how to scope anything out, and I built that myself. And the good thing that came out of that, Nick, was I had to pull my hair out, but I learned, one, it's not what I want to do. And then two, I did learn some Go High Level stuff. So I have a good enough grasp on it. And this is what I'm saying this to Mario, because I think you do have to kind of have a grasp a little bit, not
you definitely have to
build.
you definitely have to understand a little bit of it. But if I
Yeah.
had to go back and I had to redo all of this, I wish I met myself a year and a half after doing
Yeah.
this, because I wasted a whole time. I wasted a lot of money, a lot of energy. I had some clients that if I went back to them, not that the bridges were burned, but like I just didn't provide value to them. I mean, I was like, I got excited. Oh, I sold my first $2,500 thing. Now I'm going to make $297 a month. And what happened is I would never go back and do that for $2,500. It was so much work. It was so much back and forth. Had I went out and I documented it and I created this project scope document, we all would have been on the same page. It all would have been super organized. I didn't know how to do a project scope document until like I sat down with Adam and I was like, all right, bro, what do I need to do? And he's like, just take this and mimic this. And it was because they use that internally on how to build the projects out. But really, that document is how it needs to be transferred to the salespeople like ourselves, because that's what everybody gets on the same page. That's how we communicate with a developer, because a developer thinks they don't understand. I mean, Mario can probably attest to this, is like, for me, I have the business acumen, I have the sales acumen, but I did not have the technical acumen. And so when a business person is talking to a technical guy, that's why, and I don't mean this in any bad way, but like when you work with people in Pakistan or Bangladesh or, or any developer, they just build it for what it says. And then you're like, no, dude, I get it, but why would you not have added this? Like, that doesn't make sense. Well, they don't think that way. They're like, well, you told me to do it this way. I'm like, yeah, but why are we doing it this way when we know that an email needs to be sent out or whatever it is? And they're like, well, that's not how it said it on, that's not what you asked for. I'm like, well, okay, I get it. I guess you're right. But it's like, you need to think outside the box yourself. I'm looking for someone that can piece two and two together. But a technical guy does not understand the business side of things. And so that's us as a salesman. I'm going to call us a consultant because a salesman's going to go and try to sell you on something. The consultant's going to say, okay, you want to go from point A to point Z. My team will handle all the bullshit in between, but we need to get this document. And I had this golf guy that had an app. I mean, he had 600 clients paying him, I think, $29 a month. So no, yeah, it was 600 times $29. Yeah, it was 17 grand a month that he was making, and he wanted to get to 1,000. So I went, oh yeah, I could put AI into it. We could do AI, we could do this, we could do that. But what happened is we were using Core 4, and I was trying to piece together little by little what he wanted, and it ruined everything because he was like, dude, this is ridiculous. This is too much. Like, it just needs to be simple. And had I went back and I built out a project scope document, it would have just been so much easier. And I'd still have him as a client today. But like you said, it taught me what I don't want. And here's the thing, that $250 project scope call is not to make $250. It's to really figure out, do I want to work with this client or not? And what happened with this guy with the golf thing, Mario, this is for you, and John, this is for you too, is
Yeah.
like, I learned that I don't want to work with people that don't have a real business. And a real business, what I mean is the golf guy was dependent just on his Instagram videos. And sometime in July, Instagram made an update, and he wasn't getting views on his videos anymore, which he wasn't getting sales, meaning the AI had no one to talk to. And so if the AI has no one to talk to, what is he paying me $2,500 for? Right? So then now I had to fix a problem for him of, okay, dude, now we need to run ads. Well, the ads with Cody and Raul cost $3,000 a month just in the ads, plus the $2,000 that they charge to manage the ads. So now it went from $2,500 for me to $3,000 to spend on ads to $2,500 to pay Raul and Cody. So now it was like a $10,000 thing. And I'm like, dude, I don't really know how we can work together because you're just dependent on Instagram, and they just changed their algorithm and you're not getting any more views. So we're in this position of like, at the end of the day, you don't really have a business. You have a content creation machine that just happens to sometimes get people to sign up for your app. And I learned pretty quickly, like, this isn't, I need to only work with people that have like a budget. They see the value in it, and they're able to utilize my AI or my CRM system. Well, ours, I'm saying mine, but Marcus AI, the Core 4 AI, but they already are running ads. If I come across somebody that doesn't have that, you know, I'll even stop them before then and be like, look, I don't think that if I charge you $250 for this, we're going to be in the same spot. You're just going to have a document that you're going to have to go and find a way to get that. In my course, like in the recorded sales calls that I have, there's a few people that I'm like, I'll connect you with somebody, go and find them. If you're serious about it, you'll work with them. If not, if you do, then come back to me. If not, I mean, I'm just going to keep it moving and go get more people on Upwork that need what I have. Because I learned that very quickly. Like $2,500 sounds cool, but you have no idea how many headaches come with $2,500 when the person's not qualified. Because you get excited, like it's my first sale, this, that, and the other thing, and then what you thought would take like 3 weeks to build out actually took 3 months, and then those phone calls become, oh, I have to meet with him on the call today, and he's not going to be happy, but it's not really my fault. It's just like he doesn't have a
Yep.
working business. I don't know what to tell you. And now we got to sever ties, and they blame me, and I'm calling it is what it is. Like, it's just not working. So I get it. We're gonna go separate ways, right? Those are the clients that you don't want to work with. And that's really what I had a heart to heart with myself. I say this all the time. Like, I sat down with myself, like, how do I do this? I just need to make it simple. It's a 3-step process. And time again, I'm closing $20,000 a month, and I can do more when Adam and Brendan hire more people. And we're working on that. Like, they didn't realize, like, holy shit, not only is Nick selling, Teresa's selling, Scott is selling, all these other people are selling too. And so now we're at a spot where it's like, okay, get everybody into the partnership program because now Nick is able to teach everybody how to sell on top of Cody and Raul. And now we're kind of scaling this out. So it's coming along very nicely. So Mario, I think that's where, if you have no problem getting people, I'll shoot you an email with all this stuff. Join the partnership program, and I'll help you close sales the same way that I'm going to be on a call with Teresa tomorrow at 10 in the morning.
Mhm.
Yeah, that works. I was going to ask some information on the I didn't get too much information on that.
Yeah,
On there.
I'll send it to you. And John, basically what I'll do is I'll send John and Mario the same email. John, I don't know if it'll all apply to you or Mario, but
Sounds
everything.
good. Yeah, it works.
So I have one more last quick question, Nick, before we go. One of them is about the core four. The core four, like you said, sometimes it's just too much. And I asked Adam on a call last week, I said, if I take that core four, can I just pull out pieces? Could I just pull out the missed call text back? Can I pull out this and he said, yes, but Brendan told me $2,500 for them to set up core four. I don't want to continue to set that up, and I don't want to just sell it, those 4 pieces, for $3,000 or $4,000. So are you using the core four at all? Is everything custom? Because I'm thinking
The only time I've been using Core 4 is when the client doesn't want to have, I'm trying to figure this out. When the client doesn't want to have their account as my sub account, because I have Marcus licensed under my agency.
and
And
Marcus is theirs, right? Is Marcus's mastery? Is it theirs alone?
yeah, it's Adam and Brennan. Yeah, Adam and Brennan and Jarrell.
Okay.
And so they sell the license to our agency. But here's the thing, I charge anywhere between $397 a month to $800 a month for my clients to use what we build, basically my license. And when I would prefer them to use Marcus because it's way more simple, it's way simpler. But if they don't want to have their account in my sub account, we default to Core 4 because it's free.
Okay.
Core 4 works perfectly when set up properly, right? But Adam and Brendan are setting that up. They can modify it, they can do that. Marcus is just way easier for me to log in and just look at it and fix it and do whatever. Really, you're just putting the prompts inside ChatGPT's playground, and everything else is structured in a proper way. I sell Marcus when they're okay with being inside my sub account. I don't ever get into the weeds between the two because here's the thing, then the price comes up. Well, if I give you Marcus, it's got to be in mine and it's better. But if I give you Marcus and it's over in your own account, you have to pay $297 plus you're paying me $297. But what are they paying me $297 for? It's like, it's me being greedy. I want to make $297 a month, right? So I position it as the AI engine is $297 a month. If I sell them Marcus in their own, now I don't really have they could catch me. Not that I'm making stuff up, but I'm not gonna go and sell all of this and create almost like a slavery for myself. Every time I have to want to make money, I have to go and get a new client. That's just like, okay, I'm just going to continue working forever. Ideally for me is if I sell you something, then I'm going to get $300 a month in perpetual income coming through. But if you don't want to put it in my account, you're going to get Marcus, but I'm not going to explain that to you. You're just going to get AI. You're still going to pay me $297. You have your own thing. Now, what also works is you're getting the AI plus you're getting a $497 program from GoHighLevel, all for $397. So you're actually saving $100. What that allows me to do is position myself in the sense of, hey, you can go and use your own GoHighLevel account. You'll have the AI there. But the AI engine costs $297 or $397 a month, plus $497 or $297 for GoHighLevel's account. I can make all of this easier for you, and you can get a free GoHighLevel account, the $497 account, and just be in mine. Now, if anything were to come up, you don't want to. I don't know why you wouldn't want to use it because your whole business is being run off that. GoHighLevel has made it super easy. They've created a customer number. And if you ever wanted to take your account out from my agency, you have full control of that. You literally just type that number into your new account and hit transfer, and it goes over to your account. You're not tied to me. They are tied to me. Like I could technically lock them out of their account, right? But why would I ever do that? I'm not going to get my $397 a month. It's the same as like, would Verizon just cancel your phone number? You don't own your phone number. Verizon owns the phone number, or Sprint or T-Mobile or, Telcel here in Mexico. Like I don't see why anybody would do that. I would never lock you out of your own account, right? You have full access to it. If I did, then I'm not going to make my money. So that's kind of the way that I've been positioning it. Do they know that it's Marcus or do they know that it's Core 4? No. I don't. Once I start talking about that, it's going to confuse them, and now we're stuck on price. I'm not going to tell them that.
Well, the reason I was asking was, there's two things. NurtureBox, Adam had something on NurtureBox for roofers and all the service industry, and they charge a monthly fee, and I can't remember what it was. And then with the Core 4, so I'm still kind of piddling around with this agency. I don't think, unless I can get a hold of their clients, I don't want to work with them selling and then coming back to me, because what they're selling is workflows and they're expecting me to set those up. I don't want to do this anymore. So I was like, I could sell them for
Who is selling it?
the agency that I do freelance work for. Remember me talking to them? I kind of let that go, but then I got to thinking, well, if I sold Core 4, but they do have a GoHello account. So I wouldn't get any recurring unless I charge them. And like I've set some pricing up. So it's a minimum of $200 a month for me to do anything with their clients. But I just wondered because they do have um, some power washers and some roofers and some asphalt people. You know, Adam, I can't remember what the name of the website is that they do that. They have that pre-built thing, and I don't even know what it is. Is
The
that even worth doing? Huh?
estimator tools.
Yeah. Is that even worth selling, or should it always be a custom?
This is the way I look at it, and this is for John and Mario too, is when we do custom, we can charge more and we
Yeah.
don't have to spend a lot of time trying to figure out who we're trying to sell it to. When I watch all these YouTube videos and all these people saying, oh, you can make $10,000 a month and just sell a snapshot. Well, I don't believe that these people are doing that. I'm selling $10,000 builds and cold calling, trying to find these people is like fitting a circle peg into a square hole,
Yeah.
or
Mhm.
or you know a square into a circle peg, and you're trying to sell something because you're trying to convince them that your solution is the best. When we do custom builds, there's the convincing has completely just been eradicated because you're conforming to what they need. And at that point, they're no longer trying to piece things together. Like people will say, like, oh, I use Zappy Chat or Vappy AI or this or that. But at the end of the day, you have to figure out how to adjust that AI or that product into what you need completed.
Mhm.
And when we do custom builds, you no longer have to try to convince them. You're not selling them anything. You're just taking up their information and saying, okay, when this happens, what do you want to happen next? When that happens, where do you want them to go? Like for you, for instance, with this wholesaling, okay, if you found a buyer, what needs to happen? The seller needs to be married to that buyer. Where's that going to go? That's going to go on your platform where they're going to have, something that's going to be able to see like these are available for your price point or your budget or whatever. And at that point, the customer is like, yeah, that's exactly what I need. That's what we've been trying to figure out. And so at that point, it went from Zappy Chat sells for $97 a month. Marcus, we could sell it for $500 a month plus $8,000 to build it all,
Okay.
right? And so I don't try to go and find people for my solution. I'm trying to find people that need a solution built for them because I can charge more. There's never any pushback. They're all in. They're like, yeah, this is awesome. They're going to give us good reviews. They're going to go talk to their friends and be like, yo, this guy Nick just built out my entire automations for my entire system, for my entire business. You should talk to him. And, it goes from there. That way, you become a consultant and not a salesperson.
Yeah.
Um,
That
so
makes
like the estimator tools, I have a roofing company in Arizona that I'm trying. The guys Sam and Joey. It's in the course that I just uploaded the videos maybe this week. Um, you know, they that estimator tools. So Mario and John, if you don't know what it is, like a roofing company, a landscaping company, whatever, usually they'll have something on their website that says like, call us now for a quote or get a quote of what it will be. The project will be the new roof because you've put in your square feet of your home, I don't know,
Yeah.
whatever the calculator is, it's on their website. And it'll say like, okay, this job will be between $6,000 and $8,000. Call now. We'll send somebody out to your home to give you the exact quote. They wanted that, and when I spoke to them, I'm like, well, yeah, I could do that for you, but like that's just now you're just piecing together pieces of the puzzle. Like, let's go and work from point A to point Z, right? from the time you get a new lead to the time you get a review. And they were like, oh yeah, we need reviews. That's where we make most of our money because now we start popping up on Google higher. I'm like, yeah, I can put the estimator calculator in there. Adam and Brendan already have that. It doesn't cost them any more money because they already built it. They just drop it in, but the value that I'm bringing to them just skyrocketed. Whereas if I were to just sell them that estimator tool, yeah, okay, it's going to be here, just buy the snapshot with my affiliate link. It's $297. You guys figure it out. And then I make like $30 a month.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's like, let's go from point A from the time that they call you off Google to the time that you guys have a completed job. And then the other thing is they came in and they said, well, we don't want everybody to leave a review. We need like a process to see if they're going to leave us a positive review. So what we do is, okay, great. Why don't we just send them a link? They can fill out a form, and if it's anything above a 4-star review, then those get posted to Google. Now, do I know how that works? So Mario, this is for you. I don't know how that works. I don't need to know how that works, but Adam and Brendan have that figured out. There's a process that says like anyone that responds positive to this that we think would leave a 4+ review, they'll get the link to leave a review on Google. Anybody else, they'll be transferred to somebody internally to discuss it and figure out how they could get a 5-star review or a 4-star review, right? And so I don't know how that would work, but I can tell the client, like in the project document, okay, here, look, this is what's going to happen. When they sent it back, this is how it happened. And then I present that to them because it's clear as day on the project scope. Yeah, this is what's going to happen. They're going to get a text. They're going to go through a little questionnaire. If it's a 4+, they're going to get a link to go to your, Google page. So I always just focus on, maybe that was a long roundabout answer, but I only focus on custom solutions. Same way that you did with the Weebly website. The girl had a $500 budget. You sold her a $7,000 website, right?
Yeah.
Now I don't think that all $7,000 was profit for you, but you probably at least made $2,000 or $4,000 off of that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I use an offshore designer and an offshore developer. So, and
Yeah.
by the way, that other quote that I sent for accessibility, it's gone up to 42,000. And I'm hoping they were gone for Thanksgiving. The school was gone for Thanksgiving. So just keep happy thoughts for me next week.
$42,000 bill. That's amazing. I'm happy for you.
It's not even a build. It's testing and remediation of 9 websites and remediation on 2. So just, and the guy was like, well, it'll be cheaper than if we get fined and sued. I said, yeah, most lawsuits are at least 50,000. Some are 1 million, depending on how many students you have. So, it's the value there. So I'm hoping, because if I do that, Nick, I'm gonna pour some money in to GoHighLevel and some ads and stuff. But right now it's just grassroots, with me sitting here hacking away at Upwork.
Yeah. Well, once you find that sweet spot on Upwork, I promise you, you will start getting so much business, and Adam and Brendan are going to tell you to stop selling. But they're working on it. They know that I'm helping everybody learn how to do this. And they're hiring more people. So it's all coming together. Like if Mario ends up joining the partner program and he goes out and starts selling, I'm trying to help build a machine for all of us to do this, because I would like to be on everybody's calls. I'm very open about it. Like, I want to be on your calls and I want to charge X amount of dollars to close the deal for you. Like, if you sell a $42,000 deal and I'm on the call, we're going to figure out a deal where,
Exactly.
I'll get paid too. So it's in my best interest to get everybody into the partners program, get everybody on, get me on your calls if you need me to help you sell it. Adam and Brennan charge $6,000 to build it. We sell it for 18. I take a portion of that. You keep the other portion of that. and the monthly.
Yeah.
Now we just built a whole sales team to just build custom builds, right? That's the whole reason for all of this, really,
I was,
is like,
yeah. I was doing that in my accessibility, Nick. I wasn't even selling. I turned that over to my project manager, and turned out he wasn't a good salesperson. He's a better project manager than salesperson, but um I absolutely love that idea, and I love this whole thing. And I had a one-on-one with Adam, and Adam said, Teresa, just stick with Nick. I said, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah,
so
stick with Nick. He's teaching you, and just keep learning. And he's like, okay. So it sells. If once you learn, I think, how to sell, then that's all you really need here, because we got everything else, right? We got Adam,
Yeah,
we got,
that's
yeah.
I actually where I'm actually working, I work at a dealership already, so it's kind of knowing the product. Once you know the product, then you know what to say, you know how to answer. It's kind of where I'm trying to get to, just as long as I can get to the point to where I fully understand everything I'm doing. It's pretty much all I need.
exactly. I mean,
And
yeah, like I said, Mario, I'm gonna send you an email. Inside my sales calls, you'll I think if you work at a dealership and you're selling cars, I mean that's probably one of the hardest things to sell. I think that, and probably timeshares. Um, because really, if you follow that guy, what's the guy's name? The bald-headed guy that teaches sales for car salesmen on YouTube. He's a big guy.
Mm-mm.
I know you're talking about that. It kind of looks like a military type of
Yeah, yeah,
guy.
yeah. Yeah. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, I think car salesmen and uh timeshare is probably the hardest, because really it comes down to price, and everybody goes into the car dealership, or a timeshare is like, okay, I'm not going to pay the full price. And I can go get a Chevy, or I can go get a Ford, or I can get a Toyota, or whatever. Like, why do I need to buy this car, right? Unless they are really honed in on, whatever the car is. But it really comes down to price. And so you'll be able to pick up on this quick, bro. You'll be able, if you're selling cars, this is easy.
Hey, Nick, I gotta
yeah,
let my dog out. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my dog out. I appreciate it. I'm glad you guys came. I'll send you guys, Mario and John, an email. And
Thank you, Nick.
yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Like, feel
Look
free
forward to
to
it.
send me emails. Like, if you guys join the Go High Level Mastery programs, or the partnership programs, or you guys get Marcus, I'll send you all these links. Um, I'm here to help you guys just be successful. I make all my money from selling these things. Yeah, I'll make a little bit of money from my courses and whatnot, but the goal is to get you guys on track to sell, so that I can be on the calls with you guys. That's what this is about. Because
I
at that
appreciate it.
much better.
point, everybody's making money. It's not me trying. I absolutely hate these guys on YouTube of, yeah, buy my course, do this, and then it's just buy my course and see you never.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sell it and then that's it. They just throw
Yeah,
you
and then
out
they
there.
go and they make more videos of, like, I made $50,000 a month with this silly little lead magnet that I had ChatGPT build me. And it's like, yeah, bro, but you don't have anything sustaining. Like, you're just running through people claiming that you're driving a Ferrari, but what do you really have?
Yeah, I know. When I heard about the whole what is the breakdown of what they get when they sign you up as an affiliate, and they make the portion per month as long as you stay. The retention on that ain't going to be very good if you're not actually getting them to stay. So it's going to be a constant flow of new signups
Yeah,
that you
exactly.
need. So
Yeah.
Bye,
I
guys.
appreciate it all.
Yep, you're welcome. I'll shoot you guys an email now, and we'll talk soon.
Yes, sir.